This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover Federal Policy Update Public Charge Final Rule effective December 23, Reform Update Spending Package Won't Include Dreamer Protections, and Congress Drops Afghan Allies Pathway, Challenges for Employers Due to No Reform, Federal Policy Update Federal Judge Says Biden Cannot Yet End Remain in Mexico, Title 42 to Remain in Place for Now. DHS Public Charge of Inadmissibility Final Rule was effective on December 23, 2022. This final rule will provide clarity and consistency for non-citizens on how DHS will administer the public charge ground of inadmissibility. This final rule will restore the historical understanding of a public charge that has been in place for decades before the Trump administration began to consider supplemental public health benefits such as Medicaid and nutritional assistance as part of the public charge inadmissibility determination. This may appear detrimental, but this is to make it more ironclad into law to prevent someone like Trump from changing it in the future. Congress is to vote this week on the $1.7 trillion spending package for the federal government through September 2023. The funding package will not include protections for Dreamers who are undocumented individuals that came to the U.S. through the DACA policy. There was a potential deal developed between Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Tom Tillis which had a framework that would protect 2 million Dreamers in exchange for interior enforcement. This framework crashed last week, leaving House Democrats in search of a solution. Congress dropped from its $1.7 trillion spending package an amendment that would have created a pathway for residency for Afghan refugees. The act was developed by co-sponsors from both parties, and was supported by various veterans groups and advocates who said the U.S. made commitments to Afghan partners. The Afghan Adjustment Act would have removed the fear of deportation and unemployment to at least 73,000 evacuees who entered the U.S. on humanitarian parole, which is a temporary status that will expire next summer. The act would have given Afghan evacuees the chance to receive green cards after completing additional vetting. On behalf of Green Card Guys, we apologize to our Afghani allies. Businesses around the country are facing new challenges due to the shortfall of immigrants, worsening labor shortages and affecting the U.S. economy. There are more 10 million jobs in the U.S. that remain unfilled due to the low-paying positions and physically demanding industries. Legal immigration has slowed down since before the pandemic and was intensified by COVID-19 and the Trump administration immigration policies. These challenges are prompting senators on both sides to try to find a remedy. A federal judge in Texas has put on hold the Biden administration's attempt to end the Remain in Mexico policy. U.S. District Judge Matthew Kaczmarek has decided to pause the end of the program, which is going to set back Biden's effort to no longer enforce the Trump-era program which currently sends migrants back to Mexico instead of detaining them or releasing them into the United States. Remain in Mexico, formerly known as Migrant Protection Protocols, is separate from Title 42, which is scheduled to end December 21. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts put a temporary hold on the end of the pandemic immigration policy known as Title 42, which was previously set to end on December 21. In a brief order, Roberts stated that the court wants to act and asked the Biden administration to respond to an emergency appeal filed by Republican-led states. The order does not reflect the outcome of the case, but it will allow for a temporary freeze of the end of Title 42. The policy was originally set to end on December 21 after a federal district court judge had vacated Title 42, calling it arbitrary and capricious.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.